Keep walking and I'm gonna show you what the fuck gonna happen. Ain't you Reggie's little brother?
What of it?
If you is, we gonna have to do something about it. Where you going?
See a girl.
See a girl. Yo, virgin ass. Okay, little buster nut, you can go. But Lockshead gonna have to turn back and keep to his block.
You ain't gonna hurt him, are you?
It's up to him. Go on. Run the fuck up out of here.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another dope episode of On the Scene. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Sorry for the late start. Once again, traffic. Anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce you to tonight's guest. Woo! Where do I start? So we have the wonderful dynamic duo, father and son, actor, producer, writer, directors. Vonzell Scott and Vonzell Scott. And my girl, actress, entrepreneur, Sandra. What's up, girlfriend?
What up?
How you guys doing?
All right.
Good.
Doing well.
How are you?
Good. I'm wonderful. I'm great. So glad to have you both on.
Appreciate you for having us.
And this is you've been on already, so
Yeah,
I had to have you back on.
I
But I had to bring your dad on.
Yeah, I know you've been talking about you wanted him to come on for a while.
Yes,
so I had to bring him,
yes.
Finally brought him outside.
So you guys having a good day today?
Having a great day. Really good day today.
Okay, and I like that you guys both wore red.
It wasn't planned. It was not planned. Like I came to his house. And I came with the red shirt on, and he's like, "You wearing the same thing I'm wearing?" I'm like, "Nah, I just came like this. This is just the father-son thing."
There you go. I love it. I love it. So let's jump right in. So Vonzell, we'll start with you. What you been up to?
Since the last time we had an interview?
Yes.
Oh, wow. The last time we had an interview, we was talking about a lot of stuff, but I've done a lot of independent films since the last time we spoke.
Yes.
From the untold story of Mild Sauce to Communified to Hyde Park to Brothers from the Suburbs. Like I just been constantly working,
busy,
doing independent work, trying to still auditioning for those network credits. But, but it's been cool.
Nice. And congratulations on Hyde Park.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been getting pretty good reviews.
Yes. So me and Vonzell was in this movie called Hyde Park. It's out in theaters right now. Make sure you guys go see it. You did very well in that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's talk about your role in that.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was a big 360.
Yeah. To go from playing the character like I did on The Shy back in 2017, 2018 to playing the character Tyler on Hyde Park, which the character Tyler is, he's in a relationship with one of the main characters on the movie, Eric Dane, and that was different for me. Me and the director Mark Harris and the writer Marvin, we had a long discussion about the character and the role and what I would be doing, and I took a day to think about it because I'm like, that ain't really, I don't want to get typecast for me doing those type of roles, and then we talked about like what I would be doing, he assured me that it wouldn't be nothing extra and nothing outside of like what my values and core, my morals and stuff like that. So we talked about it and I accepted the role, and I'm actually happy I did. It wasn't about my, how I feel about this person. I feel like you got to tell this story about this person, and you can't judge who this character is.
Right.
So that's why I kind of like took a step back and saw the bigger picture of me playing the character Tyler in Hyde Park.
And you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Really
Seriously.
Really did. Congrats.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Love it. So let's talk to your dad, Mr. Vonzell. Whoa. So how do you feel with your son playing such an amazing role as you did in Hyde Park?
In Hyde Park?
What was your take on that?
Well, I had my reservations because of his concerns he just expressed. So, and I thought no more about it. He made the decision. I'm supportive of that. And that was cool.
Okay.
It wasn't blatant. It wasn't over the top. It was subtle. It was implied. Where people of my generations appreciate it being implied instead of forced on you. So
True.
So
definitely.
Dope.
So that's another feather in his hat. He can add to his filmography.
Yes, yes,
So-
and he killed it. He really
right.
did. He really did.
I appreciate that. Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really good.
Any role that you play, you kill it. Because I remember you back from The Shy. I'm like, wow.
They just got renewed. They got renewed. For
Yes,
season 6. I'm happy about that.
congratulations. Me
Yeah.
too. I love me The Shy.
I'm praying to God they bring my character back, but
Yes.
you know, it's
I'm
hard.
gonna have to talk to Lena.
I
Lena,
know,
I
we
need
gotta
you to
talk.
bring
We
him.
need to hit up Lena.
Need to bring him back.
But
Okay.
they went away from that whole street element.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's a little different, but you know, it's okay.
But they still can bring you back.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely,
We don't say it's
definitely.
against the prayer for it.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Then we have a secret weapon also.
Yeah.
And that secret weapon is that while he was on The Shy, we created a spec script based off his character. And what we did is we turned it into a different genre, a different whole new project.
Okay.
And the subject matter is different. It elevates the character's dynamic. It shows them going from street to corporate,
Okay.
as well as being, in the underground and having the so-called nefarious businesses and things like that.
Okay.
So we took the violence and the degradation of hurting people by giving them products and taking the risk of violence, senseless murder, and all of that. We took all of that out, and we took it a step further and made it classy. So the secret weapon is that should he have that audience, he should share with them what he has written so far.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, Sandra, I'm gonna let you jump in.
So Vonzell Jr.
Yes.
When did you know that acting is what you wanted to do in everything, writing, from producing, writing, and acting? When did you know?
Honestly, when back in 2013, I was working at the Horseshoe Casino as a valet attendant, and I don't know. I saw different people coming in and out, driving different cars, and I just really wasn't happy with what I was doing at the time. And I drew inspiration and from my dad and my cousin Bonnie DeShong. She did an episode of Martin, and that always stuck with me. And I'm like, man, she on my favorite show. Like, how do I get to do that? And I just took a step back and say, hey, okay, if I want to try this, let me just go ahead and just give it my all and try to do something different. And I just took that step, and I kept going. I just kept going. I never stopped. And that's what people got to do when they want to make the decision to do something like that. You just got to keep going and keep grinding and knowing that's what you really want to do. So I just took it in and said, hey, let me get this a shot. I know I can do it.
Right. So the other thing is, when he was 9, I'm like, son, we had that conversation. And I said, it's okay. One day. Full circle. And that's the day he realized it.
Because I was always working with him on sets, because he used to build sets for like the Erie Crown Theater, and did a movie, a get together with B. Cole and all the comedians on there. And I was around, I was like 11, 12 years old. So I always saw him behind the scenes.
Right.
Like, man, let me try to get in front of the camera. But I never really tried to pursue it at that time. I was just like, it was in the back of my head. So,
Okay.
Okay, so would you say your dad is your greatest inspiration?
yeah, I guess I could say that. My dad and my mom, definitely. Yeah, my dad and my mom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
In your whole experience, dad being a greater inspiration, what is the actor that you look at that inspires you? What actor inspires you? It could
Good
be
question.
male or female.
You know what? Honestly, I've had this question asked to me before. I've always had an interest to Jim Carrey. I don't know, the way, when I was watching In Living Color, he was just all his characters, like actors was just like really dope to me, and I'm like, man, he's just a talented actor. And I always follow Jim Carrey. But like, Jim Carrey, like Denzel, Michael B. Jordan, all of them inspire me as well. But when I was growing up, I watched a lot of Jim Carrey. He's just a really, really good actor to me.
What type of genre of acting would you? I know you just did something with drama piece. Would you consider doing comedy?
I would. I've done a couple of comedy pieces.
Right. Mild Sauce.
Mild Sauce, right?
Mild
Brothers
Sauce.
from the
Very
Suburb, right?
Brothers from the Suburbs.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
I know, it was pretty funny.
Hilarious.
So I actually like comedy.
Right.
I think it's tougher to do, honestly, comedy, because it's all about timing and making people laugh. It's hard, but I can see myself doing comedy as well.
Do you
But
have a favorite?
I like doing the drama. I like the drama. Yeah, I like making people feel a certain type of way in a certain moment. You know, I feel like I can really bring that out of people and tell a good story, a good dramatic story. You know.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely drama. But I want to do a romantic comedy and an action type. You know, where I'm like running, shooting, and doing all type of stuff. I really want to do something like that. So you know, that's
I
on
can
the
see you
bucket
doing
list.
that.
Yeah, that's on the bucket list too. So we'll see. Either somebody gonna hire me to do it, or we're gonna write it together for me to do it. So
Okay.
you know, that's
That
the
was
goal.
gonna be my next question. When are you and Dad gonna sit down and write your
We
pieces?
have a whole catalogs of stuff that we've co-written.
Absolutely.
Just some of them specifically tailored for me, and some just tailored for other people to take control of back then. But
And for him to produce.
you're right. So we working. So
I like that.
you
Father, son.
So everything he wished for he anticipate doing in his career is already written for him. You know, it's very special when you have someone who writes specifically for you.
Yes.
You know, you can that doesn't come off.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So, Dad, I mean, your son is doing this. How do you feel about all of this? I mean, I know that you are amazing at what you do as well, but to have your son following your footsteps.
Well, you see, the bigger picture is that I have 3 sons.
Okay.
And I have a daughter. And our company is called 3-Point P. And the 3-Point P is reference the 3-point perspective. It also represents the 3 sons, and the P is my pistol, which is my daughter.
Wow.
I like it.
So it's a family of us, and not only are we writing, we're creating and producing.
That's amazing.
My number 2, as I reference them in numbers when I speak of them. So number 2 is a stylist as well as a costumer. So he's doing his thing out in California right now.
Okay.
And one day, when all of this comes to fruition, full circle, we'll have a studio soundstage with a back lot, and we'll teach and we'll create, write, produce our own content.
There you go.
That's the goal.
There you go.
So that's the goal. So
That's amazing.
So how I feel about that, I had to add all of the big parameter into it, So if I had to reference in my imaginary and my family, the Scott boys, being like equivalent to the Wayans and the Kenyon Barrises.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the foundation I'm trying to develop and set for them so that everyone in my family could be producers.
So, Vonzell, you're the only one that acts.
Yeah, I'm the only one who wanted to get in front of the camera. I mean, he has some.
Well,
You've done some stuff too?
I know, right?
Well, listen,
That's what I was about to ask.
I could have my SAG card if I wanted.
Okay.
A film that I did 2 years ago, I made the trailer, is coming out this August, called Pardoned by Grace. And not only was I the production designer, but I played the homeless guy
Oh, okay.
in this movie. And it's funny, I'm the last guy. This guy is going to turn his life around, and he's going to find salvation. And all of the 3 people who give him insight and share with them the salvation happens to be men of color. So I was the last one to solidify this guy and give him hope, and I'm homeless, eating beans off a plate. You know, so
I actually can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
so I made
that
the
sounds
trailer.
good.
So every project I've been in a dozen feature films. I've been 20 dozen pilots, TV shows. I've worked on network TV shows. The Chi, the Chicago Fire,
PD.
Trading Places, Clean House.
You worked on The Exorcist too, right?
I worked on The Exorcist.
The
I just,
Exorcist.
you know, so
Wow.
I'm a set builder as well as a production designer, and I'm a layout supervisor. So, and I'm also a quote unquote novice script supervisor.
Yep.
Okay, so
That's all amazing. I have to ask, The Exorcist is one of my favorites. So the original or the new one?
The new one. The new
Okay.
one. The
I
one that
like
they
that
had.
one too.
right.
You know, the original one was, I was
Oh, yeah.
scared then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not scared anymore.
That original one. Woo.
Yes,
No
yes,
joke.
yes. So you all are like phenomenal.
I love it.
make-
Oh, yeah.
Well, we
man,
have
distinction with everything that you do, and that's just amazing. You and your family.
Yes.
So hats off to you, Dad and Mom,
Yes.
for what you brought to them, for him, for Vonzell, and the rest of your children
Yes.
to have an inspiration or something to go, a model to go by.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's,
That's
amazing.
amazing. Truly
So,
amazing.
so
Thank you.
thank you. So our goal is to sell the products that we created so far. That's the goal. We could produce some of the things ourselves, but I want to sell it.
Okay,
No. I don't
I
want
hear you.
I'm gonna put it out there. I want to sell it to network
Okay.
because of the quality of writing and the subject matter and the genres that we've written and that we have in our catalog is network worthy. So because you think about it, there's 3 levels of broadcast: network, streaming, which is terrestrial. So, and then the other is public access. So I want to go network.
Go
That's
for
where the
it.
big bucks are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
So yes, it's about the art, the craft, but it's about the money too.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. So, Vonzell, being a young, aspiring artist right now, what would you tell somebody out there that wants to do the exact same thing that you do? What would you tell them to do? What would you tell them to? How would you tell them to start?
Well, I would tell them to make the decision. First, you got to make the decision that you want to do it, you know, and then you got to put one step forward, and you got to do your research. That's what I did. You know, I started off doing background work and working behind the scenes, but I did that to learn. You know, I wanted to go on set to learn the language, learn how the actors were, just learn the environment and the culture of being on a movie/TV set. So, you know, I would encourage somebody to just do their research, network, get a mentor, somebody who can show them the way, and you know, who's been there, who can tell them exactly like the steps you can go without trying to make a mistake. You know, because everybody's gonna make a mistake on this path, on this journey to being on these movies and TV shows. But you know, it's just about not giving up on yourself, and you know, and really just giving it your all. You know, so I would just tell them like just to push through, you know, just try, you know.
And for you, senior, I'm gonna call you senior. What would you? I always wanted to know this question for someone like you said, wanting to learn background, because that's what I did. I did background so I could learn.
Yeah.
How long would you tell someone that wants to really be in front of the camera and have speaking roles? How long would you tell them to do a background role?
Can I speak on if you?
Well, let me kind of add this. I gave the scenario about how many projects I've worked on, and it's so many you don't want to list them all because it doesn't make sense, you know. So every project that I've worked on as a production designer, because that's all I've ever did. I started at the top and stayed there. The opportunity of working behind the camera allows you to speak on that project.
True.
You know, every project I've ever worked on, I got a speaking role on. So that's why I said I could have had my SAG card a long time ago. But it's not important to me. So what I'm saying is that regardless of whatever your skill set is in this profession, you should do everything in this profession that has a skill set besides what you're designed or hoping to do or become. Work all levels, be it PA, be it grip, be all of those things. You always have to keep busy until your opportunity in your profession comes to light.
Okay.
And to piggyback off that, I would say, well, when I did background work, I did it for 6 months and I got out because I didn't want to be labeled as a background actor. So I wanted to be taken seriously. So I'm like, nah, let me just go in here, do what I got to do, network, meet the right people, I need to know. And then that's when I started doing my acting classes and training and doing things like that.
Yep.
So that's where you really got to start.
That's true. That's true. I think I did it for about a year before I jumped right into some class. I was like, I want to do this professionally.
I know that's right.
But it's a good start.
Yeah,
definitely. Just to get.
I encourage that.
Yes, I do too.
I encourage it.
Yeah, because it was like an eye opener. Like when I started out on med.
Okay.
And I was like, I always thought it was in a real hospital. I came on something like, it ain't in no real hospital. Like what?
Right.
And it's amazing how they make them sets look like. I'm like, wow. I was like blown away. I'm like, wow. And just all the preparation for one scene.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm like, dang, all this. The lighting. They got to change this. I'm like, wow.
So just imagine if that was your show. Wow. You know how much money you would be getting.
Seriously.
So I have one last question. Would you tell the aspiring artists how important it is to invest in themselves with classes and whatever it is that they need to perfect their craft?
Yeah, because a director is not going to hire somebody who hasn't been training. Like, that's just the way it is. They're not going to hire nobody who's inexperienced. Like, you have to train. You have to get in front of these casting directors and show that you've been in front of a camera. You know how to react to. You know how to listen. You know how to take direction. Like that's very important.
Yes.
So that you have to just keep at it. It's all types of different classes and training programs in Chicago where you can take. And now since COVID, you can take a lot of stuff on Zoom now.
Yes.
So
yeah.
it's even more accessible. Even doing things in LA. In Chicago, you can just do it over Zoom. So, it's...
I lied. I have one more question.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, go ahead.
What's your favorite course?
My favorite course. I actually like improv.
That's mine.
I love improv because it just gives you that freedom of just acting in the moment, because that's very, very important because sometimes you might be on set and the director might throw out something at you and you got to be like, oh, okay, let me hurry up and just figure something out real quick. What's his name? I just saw a video. Clifton Powell, for his role on Pinky in
the Friday
Shit, right? Ice Cube didn't like what he brought to that character at first. He said, "No, this ain't working." He said, "No, you got to do something different." He's like, "Man," he said, "Man, he got in his improv bag." He said it came out after 3 takes. That him doing that character came out.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, improv is very, very important. Very, very. That's my favorite.
Vonzell, have you done theater?
So I've done
senior or
both of you.
Oh, all of it. I started out in '95 as a set designer and builder in theater.
Okay.
You ever acted in the theater production?
And yes, I've acted in a couple plays too as well.
Right.
I've only acted in one.
They just had the National Black Theater Festival in Winston-Salem just ended 2 weeks ago, which is the oldest Black award show in the country, right? And a lot of people don't realize and know about it. So all the Black plays, it's off Broadway and in LA and in Connecticut and all those other little small theater towns. They come to North Carolina. So they put on 26 plays in 7 days. They take over the whole Winston-Salem and blah, blah, blah. So
Okay.
I used to work logistics and set builder.
Okay.
So
Which do you prefer, theater or film and TV?
film and television because it pays the most.
That's real.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. That's amazing. All right, so I have questions for both of you.
Okay.
Vonzell, give me your top 3 actors that you would like to work with that you have not worked with yet.
That I would like to work with.
Or directors. Dead or alive.
I would love to work with Martin Scorsese.
Yes. He's a big one for everybody.
I would like to act with Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
And I would also like to act with Jim Carrey. I like to act with Jim Carrey. I mean,
okay.
I don't know if I think he's retiring soon, so I might miss my beat. But yeah, I think it's wishful thinking.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
Good choices. All right. Dad, your turn.
What is the question?
Who would give me your top 3 directors, producers that you would want to work with?
Spike Lee.
Okay.
All right. Martin Scorsese. And Denzel.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely Spike Lee. I should. Yeah. He number 4 on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
It's amazing. All right, guys, tell everyone how they can find you guys.
All right, everybody, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Von Dimitri. That's VonDemetri. And Twitter, it's Von Dimitri. And also my Facebook page, Vonzell Scott. So I'm on there.
Okay.
I'm active, so you can follow me. I'll follow back too.
Yes, he does. And you're on Twitter too.
I'm on Twitter.
Yes.
Yes, I am on Twitter. Definitely.
Okay. And Dad?
So happens I'm Vonzell Scott on Facebook. Also, the original. So
Got that, y'all? He's the original.
right. So Instagram is
Vonsoir.
Vonsoir58 and Twitter is Vonzell PD.
Yep.
And
Okay.
all right.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. I appreciate you for having me.
It has been an honor. Let me tell you, when I met Vonzell Sr., let me tell you, I could talk to him for hours. Just gems.
He's very knowledgeable.
Let me tell you, the knowledge he was giving me, I was just like, I was in a trance. So
I was just sitting here like that.
I'm telling you,
Write it
I could
down.
talk to him for hours. Like the knowledge oh my God. And you have an amazing dad, let me just tell you. And I remember I had texted, I was like, man, your dad.
You did.
Your
I
dad.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Just a wealth of knowledge, you guys. So it's a pleasure to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
I didn't have any T-shirts to give you guys. I will
all right.
get them to you.
It's
You know,
fine.
my guests I have T-shirts and masks, but I will get those to you.
That's okay.
Sandra, you have any parting words?
Just thank you. A wealth of information. You are just, oh my God, amazing. Both of you are. And I appreciate the knowledge. I
Yes.
appreciate the talent. You know, because I saw you in Hyde Park.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate
You
I
did it.
appreciate all that, and I look forward to seeing you do more. And of course, you, Dad. I look forward to seeing you both do what you do. I look forward to seeing your feature film.
Yes.
Yes,
On
absolutely.
yes.
screen.
Thank you so
You
much.
know, I
It's
just
coming.
ask that you just put me in the background.
Okay, just let us know when we can audition. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely,
got you.
definitely,
We got you.
definitely,
We love
definitely.
y'all.
And we
Thank you
wish
so
you
much.
continued success and
Yes.
congratulations on the projects that you guys are currently working on. Can't wait to see them.
Thank
You definitely both got to come back.
Definitely got to come back.
Okay.
Third time the
Absolutely.
charm, right?
Yes.
Third time the charm.
Yes,
All right.
definitely, definitely. Thanks again for coming on to On the Scene. That is it for tonight's episode. Stay tuned. We got more interviews coming up. Peace.
Brother, getting you little bitch? Huh? Come on, you want some of this? Whoa! You little brother, get the hell out of my way! Get out of my way! Come on, you want some of this?
Keith, put that chair down!
Get off me, that boy, get him! Come on now, Keith. You little brother, get the hell out of my way! Yo! Come on now. Get off me!
We got him, we got him!
That's Booney. Hell yeah, and this nigga done brought pizza. It better be Italian Fiesta.
Get your bitch! Take your motherfucker! Get naked, niggas! Now! Take your shoes off! socks too. Take that shit off. Get naked. Bro, put all that, get everything in the bag, bro. Scoop all of that up, bro. Bro, you're not moving fast enough. Take your fucking shit off. Stop looking at me. Bro, stop looking at me. Look the other way.